Hey, it's Ashley Alban. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about trolls. Trolls are something that have really become pretty ubiquitous in our society these days. There are people who are often on the internet and they are mean or aggressive, or they're just very loud with their views, often to elicit reactions from people, and they're super annoying, and everybody hates trolls, right? Honestly, trolls, in my opinion, are kind of the tragic characters of our society, but I'll talk about trolls specifically in another video. Today, I want to talk about how people can handle trolls, because from what I see, a lot of people don't handle trolls well at all, and you guys just feed into them and you make them bigger and stronger and you make them troll more. So I want to teach you guys the quickest and easiest way to slay a troll from my experience, because obviously there are a lot of people that try to troll those in the adult industry. So you may wonder, well, Ashley, what is the fastest way to slay a troll? Ignore them. It's that simple. You just ignore them. You never respond to them. You never pay attention to them. They're dead. They're gone. You slayed it. And I know it is difficult to ignore trolls sometimes. It is. Sometimes somebody says something and you might be having a bad day and you just want to lash out and say, hold on, mother effer, let me put you in your place. But don't do it. Don't do it. So this is why. So I'm going to make a vast simplification of our world and say there are two types of people. There are those who are self-aware and those who aren't. Self-aware meaning people who are able to reflect upon themselves and think about if they did something the best way possible, or maybe they shouldn't have said that. You know, they're able to kind of be critical of themselves. And I didn't say stupid people and not stupid people, because there are a lot of very well-educated and intelligent people who are not self-aware at all. So that's why I made that distinction. So for people who aren't self-aware, do you think that there is anything that you could say to them that would change their mind? Honestly, if a non-self-aware person says some ridiculousness to you, do you think you can change their mind or educate them or get through to them at all? It is very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. So what's the point? What's the point? People are going to change their minds, and they're going to do it on their own. You know, if anybody's going to change their mind, they're going to get there on their own. They're going to make their own epiphany about the world, and it'll have nothing to do with what you said. So there's no point in you ever responding to someone who is very likely not self-aware. Okay, so then you're going to ask, well, what about the people who are able to maybe think critically, who might actually receive your words and think about it? Well, okay, think about this. Has there ever been a moment in the past where you have said something stupid and you immediately regretted saying something stupid? And you would think about it after it, like the words would have come out of your mouth and you're like, I shouldn't have said that. You know you have. I know other people feel that way because I see memes about it on the internet. So there are plenty of people who are able to regret their words or to think, I shouldn't have said that. And if you never respond to them, if you never give them anything to work off of, they are more likely to reflect on their own words. Because if somebody says something dumb to you, and then if you respond back aggressively or meanly, they're more likely to latch onto your words, and all opportunity for them to self-reflect is lost. And now it becomes this kind of back and forth thing. So if you just don't respond to someone who's self-aware, they will realize that they said something dumb. They will. I promise you. They'll realize that they said something dumb. And so for both aware and non-self-aware trolls, when you ignore them, there are 3 possible responses and reactions. One is that they won't respond at all. They'll either move on, find a new target to troll, realize that you're not going to play their game. They might be embarrassed if they're self-aware, and so they just don't say anything. And so if they don't respond, that's awesome. They stopped trolling you. You won. You slayed that troll. Another possible reaction might be for those who are self-aware. They will actually apologize to you. This has happened to me. I've had people at 2 a.m. send me messages full of ridiculousness, and the next day, later on in the day, I'll receive another message saying, sorry, disregard what I said last night. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. I didn't even do anything. I didn't have to do anything. That's an even better response. Unlikely, but it's possible that a troll could actually apologize for trolling you if you say nothing. If you say nothing. Okay. Now, the third possibility is that the troll won't want to be slayed, and so they kind of lose it, and they'll go even harder with trolling you. Now, this happens to me a lot when I'm live camming. You know, someone will come into the room and they'll insult me in some way. They'll say my nose looks big, and I ignore them. And then they'll ask if I've considered getting a nose job, or they'll ask if I'm Jewish because I have a big nose, which really, who gives a fuck? Are you serious? And they'll just keep going harder, trying to elicit a reaction from me. Now, for someone who's going really hard, sometimes it gets difficult to ignore them. So usually you might, you know, if it's on the internet, mute them, block them. If it's in real life, walk away. That's a great way to mute someone in real life. You just let them be an idiot. And I promise you, it takes a very, very special person to go hard spewing stupidity in an attempt to elicit a reaction and receive no reaction. For them not to feel dumb about that, I mean, they would have to be a unique person. So you let them be an idiot. You let them try to troll you, and you don't give them an inch. Ignore them. And I promise you, they might sit back and think, what am I doing with my life? I mean, maybe not, because not everyone's self-aware, but maybe they might. And you might have just killed that troll forever. So I know it is difficult, and it is very tempting to respond to trolls sometimes, especially when somebody is just saying something that's blatantly incorrect, or if they're just being mean and rude for no reason. But I promise you, it is so much more effective to just ignore them. Because honestly, if somebody is saying something that isn't valid, why validate it with a response? But hey, that's my opinion. That's how I deal with trolls. I find it to be a very successful way and method to slay trolls. I thought I might share it with you guys because I see a lot of people feeding into trolls instead of just ignoring them, which is what you should be doing, because the F are you doing with your life trolling people on the internet or in real life? Seriously. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thumbs up, subscribe, give me a comment. I don't know. I hope you like my videos. I will see you guys next time.